On this week's episode of the Contact Center Muse, we're going to explain some of our tried and true methods for hiring the best customer service and contact center associates for your call center. What is the type of individual that actually fits into our organization? Could you explain your company culture, your call center culture in a sentence to me right now? If you can't, then that's the starting point. We really need to know what type of individual fits into our organization, and that starts with the culture that we're looking to breed. We want to hire the right individual, not necessarily the best individual when it comes to a resume. It's very easy to look at a resume, see someone with experience, and then give them a job and then wonder why things didn't work. The first thing you need to do is understand what your culture is, and then we need to hire based on that contact center culture. All right, let's give an example of how this culture thing fits into an organization. So for a real world example, our culture here at Expedia is a sunshine attitude and an entrepreneurial mindset. What that basically means, and it's a fancy kind of cool way of saying attitude and effort. So we hire, we incent, we do everything that we possibly can to instill those two core values. So when we're hiring our associates, we have found that attitude and effort are the two main and most important key factors in having really good customer service associates. So as we go through the hiring process, whether that is a resume, looking at a resume, whether we're looking at doing some interviews, the questions that we ask, they're all based on the concept and the culture of attitude and effort. So while a resume is important, experience is important, we put those to the side and we really focus on those two core things. So at the end of the day, when somebody is going to be hired, the last question is, do they meet that standard? Do they meet that culture standard? And if that answer is yes, then they become an associate here at Expedia. 20 years of experience, but they don't meet that standard, then that is no, they're not a good culture fit for us. Let's talk about the culture of your organization. What are some of the main pillars and things that you're looking for in your call center, and how can you relate that back to an associate? And then how can we give it a really cool name at the end as well? Think about what types of calls do you take? Are you more of a sales-oriented contact center? Are you more of a service-oriented call center? Look at the types of teams and how you have your floor set up. Are you looking more for individuals that are working on a commission basis, or is it more of a team-oriented concept? All those things kind of play into the type of individual that you really should be looking for. So, take a really hard look, have a couple focus groups, sit with your management team, think about the type of individual that fits and what type of culture you can, and try to wrap a bow around it and make it a theme for everything that you do. Like we talked about, we hire, we incent, anything that we can do to really enhance the culture of what we think is important really adds to that employee engagement and adds to, a really good associate and also a lot less turnover. So again, think about what's important to you and hopefully you can come up with the proper culture, which then equals the proper associate for your call center. Okay, so once you figured out your culture and what type of individual works best in your organization, how do you actually bring people in? So here's a couple tips that we have found work the best. The first thing is you utilize social media. All of our ads that we put out there are now on social media. We've gone away from the newspaper totally. We can change our ads. We can be unique in our ads. We're looking for someone who's a little bit different, so we can be a little bit different in some of the things that we say as well. Our website, our talent, we call it our talent area, is an overview of the position. It's not just blanket, positions that are available. We kind of talk about our culture. We kind of talk about the type of individual that we're looking for and try to make those needs match each other. We also have a chat bot on our website that you can apply to that kind of talks to you and kind of does a quick interview that I think is kind of cool that helps with that as well. So once you've done that and you have a call center that you enjoy the people that you have, you think that they fit your culture, at that time, not before that, that's when you should institute referral programs. So once you have the right people in your organization that you think are the right fit, you want more of those. You want more of the people that they hang around with. So that's when you'll institute a referral program. If you don't like your call center, if you think you have some bad apples, don't do a referral program to bring more of those guys in. So, here at Expedia, we pay our associates for anyone who gets hired and anyone who's here for 90 days. And those referral programs really kind of, they're a nice motivator for our associates, and they also help us as well. The last thing is constantly be interviewing. Even if you're not looking for associates, you're always looking for that right associate. So never stop interviewing. Make sure that you always have a kind of a lifeline of really good associates that could be coming on board. You never know when you're going to need them. You don't want to be caught with the need of a couple associates and then having to start the process. So that's another big tip. We're always and constantly trying to look for the best people, trying to look to upgrade our staff. So I hope that this helps you a little bit when it comes to hiring the best customer service associates. It's definitely been a 25-year process for us to figure it out. We've gone away from all those type of personality tests and different types of tactics to find the right customer service associate. And really we've focused on the culture, the right person that fits the right need that we're looking for. Thank you, and I hope that this helps you.